Welcome to Money on Your Mind. Sometimes I often think of a song that comes to mind when I say those things, but this is a series where we answer your questions that you have around money. So our first question today is, how can I teach my kids about money? Well, I think that making it a part of your daily conversations is very key. I don't sugarcoat a lot of things for my kids when it comes to money. I do think that education is really important. And what better way to do that through things and experiences that they do every single day? Maybe you bring them to the grocery store and teach them about how things cost, what is your budget that you want to be able to spend at the grocery store that day, and allow them the ownership of being able to add those things together. Obviously, that's going to be based on different age. If you have younger children, my friend Mac wrote this great book. It's called The Four Money Bears. And what I love about this book is it takes some very, complex topics around money and breaks them down into something that's very easily accessible. And it is an affordable book. It is not something that costs a lot of money, and it can be a part of your story time. So you get to meet Spender Bear, Saver Bear, Investor Bear, and Giver Bear. So it's a great opportunity for you to have some of those conversations beyond just those day-to-day activities. Let's say you have an older child. Maybe they are reaching their teenage years and you want to help them understand how money grows, not just beyond just like the saving aspect of things. And you haven't started those other conversations. Maybe your teenager has a job and you are helping them to understand what their paycheck does for them. Well, I think really sitting down and being able to have the conversations. Now, when I was younger, there was a checkbook, and my teacher, because we didn't talk about money at home, my teacher in math class taught us how to balance your checkbook. Like you took out the register and you added things and subtracted things. Well, we don't have that anymore. And I think one of the things we have to teach our children is to be responsible with money. So they might be getting that paycheck and they might have a debit card. And they see a lot of people, including yourself, swipe it. But how does that really work? And making them understand that the money has to be there for them to spend it. Not that the money is floating off in this ether of a universe, but it's there and you have to balance it. And helping them understand should they be saving. So I say, have them start a checking account, go to the bank, open a checking account, open a savings account. You can also use cool apps for them to track those things. There's a cool program called Greenlight that is out there, and you can have access to it and your kids can have access to it. And you can even tie a debit card to something. You can pay them for different chores that they do. You can see that they deposit their paycheck into it, and you can help them understand and learn how to manage that money a little bit better so that they can have that financial freedom going forward in the future. So 1, make sure that you're having those conversations with your kids every day. They're sponges. They absorb everything. Take them to the grocery store. Let them be in control of that budget. Consider being able to purchase the Four Money Bears book as a conversation starter for your younger children, or even a piggy bank to be able to help them save into that element. Download the app Greenlight so that you can have those conversations with your older children. Sit down and show them and go through those expenses and help them do the math to see what they're saving and what they're spending. If you have a question for us to be able to answer on Money on Your Mind, well, you can submit it at forethoughtplanning.com. So we'd love to answer your questions, and join us. Share this if you found it of value, and we will see you next week on Money on Your Mind. Just a reminder, as you are listening to these Money on Your Mind episodes, none of the things that we are talking about are advice specific to your financial situation. You need to understand that you need to involve your personal board of directors, your financial advisor, your tax preparer or tax advisor, and or your attorney, depending on the situation. Again, this is not advice for you to be taken. Make sure that you use this opportunity to spark great conversation within your own financial realm.